Have you ever wondered if we could actually slow down aging? Not just the wrinkles and gray hair, but the deep biological process itself. For centuries, humanity has dreamed of a fountain of youth. Today, that dream might be closer than we think, and it comes in the form of a pill. We're talking about rapamycin, a compound that some top scientists are calling the gold standard of longevity drugs. So, what is this stuff? How does it work? And could it really be the key to a longer, healthier life? Let's dive in. Rapamycin's story is pretty amazing. It was discovered in the 1970s, not in a high-tech lab, but in the soil of Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, which is how it got its name. Initially, scientists found it had powerful antifungal properties, but soon they realized it did something much more profound. It suppressed the immune system. This discovery was a game changer, and since the late 90s, rapamycin has been used as an essential drug to prevent organ transplant rejection. It literally stops the body from attacking a new heart or kidney. But the story doesn't end there. While studying how rapamycin works, scientists stumbled upon its core target in our cells, a protein they fittingly named mTOR, which stands for mammalian target of rapamycin. This is where things get really exciting for longevity. mTOR is like the master growth switch in our bodies. When you're young and growing, or when you eat a big meal, mTOR is highly active. It tells your cells to grow, divide, and build new proteins. Think of it as the go, go, go signal for cellular growth. This is great when you're a kid, but as we get older, constantly having this growth switch stuck in the on position can cause problems. Chronic mTOR activation is linked to many of the diseases we associate with aging, like cancer, heart disease, and neurodegenerative disorders. It's like keeping the engine of a car running at full throttle all the time. Eventually, parts start to wear out and break down. This is where rapamycin comes in. By inhibiting mTOR, it essentially tells our cells to take a break from constant growth and focus on maintenance and repair. It shifts the cellular priority from build to clean and protect. This process is called autophagy, which literally means self-eating. When rapamycin activates autophagy, our cells start cleaning out damaged proteins and old dysfunctional parts. It's like a deep spring cleaning for your cells, getting rid of all the junk that accumulates over time and contributes to aging. This is the same powerful mechanism that's triggered by fasting or caloric restriction, two of the most well-studied methods for extending lifespan in animals. Rapamycin, in a way, gives you the benefits of fasting without having to actually fast. It's often called a caloric restriction mimetic. The evidence from animal studies is simply astounding. In mice, rapamycin has been shown to extend lifespan by up to 30%. And that's even when the treatment is started in middle-aged mice, the equivalent of a 60-year-old human. Think about that for a second. It's not just about living longer. The mice on rapamycin were also healthier. They had better heart function, stronger immune systems, and were less likely to get cancer. They were, for all intents and purposes, biologically younger. These results have been replicated in worms, flies, and yeast, showing that this is a deeply conserved pathway across many different species. So, the big question is, does it work in humans? This is where we need to be cautious but optimistic, because rapamycin is already an FDA-approved drug for transplant patients. We have a lot of data on its safety in humans, at least at the high doses used for immunosuppression. Those doses come with side effects, like mouth sores and an increased risk of infection, but the doses being explored for longevity are much, much lower and often given intermittently, like once a week, to mimic the pulse-like effect of fasting. The early human studies are promising. Small trials have shown that low-dose rapamycin can improve immune function in the elderly, making them respond better to vaccines. Other studies are looking at its effect on heart health, cognitive function, and overall markers of biological age. We're still in the early days, and we don't have a definitive, large-scale clinical trial that proves rapamycin extends human lifespan. That kind of study would take decades. However, a growing number of doctors and scientists are so convinced by the animal data that they are taking it themselves. Off-labels. The Repat's a pioneering group who believe the potential benefits outweigh the known risks at low doses. They argue that the risk of doing nothing, of simply letting aging take its course, is a 100% certainty of decline and disease. It's also being tested in our furry best friends. The Dog Aging Project is a massive, nationwide study testing whether rapamycin can extend the healthy lifespan of pet dogs. Because dogs age much faster than humans and share our environment, they are a fantastic model. If it works for them, it's another huge piece of evidence that it could work for us. Early results have already shown improvements in heart function in dogs taking the drug. So, is rapamycin the fountain of youth? Not exactly. It's not a magic bullet that will make you live forever. But it might be the most powerful tool we have right now to slow down the aging process, to compress the period of sickness at the end of life into a much shorter time. The goal isn't just more years in your life, but more life in your years. It's about increasing health span, not just lifespan. The discovery of rapamycin and its effect on the mTOR pathway has opened up a whole new field of neuroscience, study of the biology of aging. It's a paradigm shift. For the first time, we're treating aging itself as a preventable, or at least treatable, condition, rather than just tackling the individual diseases that come with it. Why play whack-a-mole with cancer, heart disease, and Alzheimer's when you can target the root cause of them all? Of course, this isn't medical advice. You should always talk to your doctor before considering any treatment. The science is still evolving, and we have much more to learn. But the story of rapamycin is a powerful example of how a chance discovery in the soil of a remote island could lead us to a future where 90 is the new 60. Future where we can stay healthier, more vibrant, and more active for longer than ever before. The journey is just beginning, and it's one of the most exciting frontiers in all of science. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of health and longevity. See you in the next one.